Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 57 of Unfinished Business. Here with you today, my name's Taylor. We've got Corey, Matt, Tyler.
Hi.
As always, we're approaching the precipice of the start of the season, so we're super pumped. Today, we are going to make our too early picks, some predictions for the first half of the season, as well as the majors. But before we get into that, we're all going to take a minute, tell you about something going on in our disc golf lives, and I'm going to go to Corey first.
It has been so cold the past week and a half. I have thrown a few because I cleaned out my garage, and now I have my net and my basket, and I can kind of practice a little bit, but it's very boring compared to throwing out on the course, which I have not done in like I said, a week and a half. I did create a new series that I'm going to start on YouTube, which is basically old versus new in Discraft. So I've got like the Discraft Punisher versus the Force, because they have the same flight numbers, but they're not the same disc. The Predator, which is, I believe, 9404, and then the Cap Wrap, which is something weird, 9314. And then I don't know if you know this, but the Venom was actually recreated when like Anthony Barella came onto the team. It used to be more of the Hypercane, where it was like flatter, a little less predictable. And when I film the video, you'll be able to tell. And then I do have an Avenger, and I need an Onyx. I don't have one of those, so that's pretty much what the flight numbers of this equate to. And then I think I have to figure out, but I think I'm ready to go back to distance drivers for the season. Maybe I have to test it.
Let's go.
There's always going to be
back?
that like half the year.
Yeah.
That
was a fun time though.
It might stay. I mean, if I'm not throwing these any farther than my eras, then what's the point?
Yeah.
I do think if you go back to distance drivers, you have to get like some truly neutral to slightly understable distance drivers to do your comparison with. Because right now, I would say the interval, unless your interval's beat up, but she ain't the Lavender Launcher, you know? It might be the new Lavender Launcher, but it ain't beat up the same way as the old one. I think you need to get some truly slightly flippy distance drivers to compare with.
Actually, I did have a beat up Lavender Launcher that was like literally about the same as the. I beat up another one that was pretty much the same as the one that we lost in Ohio, and I sent it to Taylor.
I have it.
So he has it right now.
Let's go.
Corey,
My interval was the most stable disc I've ever thrown out.
Yeah, the intervals are pretty decently stable. Corey,
I told you the pink ones
are
stupid.
Yeah, everything pink wise. I have a pink rally that's just a torque. Corey, I can send you some like slightly flippy distance drivers. You should use those to compare, because I think that'll be a better comparison. But
and then my last thing is finally the Eric Oakley weapon.
Is that good?
Is in our hands. I don't know. Yesterday it was frozen in my. It wasn't in the mailbox. It wasn't in the mailbox. It was on the porch, but it was frozen. Like I put it in the car, and it would just like completely get wet, and then I'd wipe it off, and it would completely get wet again because it was that cold. But it does feel really good in the hand, Tyler.
That's all it needs to be.
Good.
Yeah. Well, second best, but.
All right, who's next?
You get to pick.
I'll go next.
Nope.
I'll go next. So I did play my all Discraft disc round on Friday last week against the guy who plays all Discraft, because in honor of Ricky going to Discraft. And I said I was going to beat him by 5 strokes with his own pretty much like brand. And I thought that was just going to be pillow talk. And I actually did it by 8. And Discraft is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't love their plastic. I really, really don't. But discs that were really freaking good. The Force is a lot better than I really, really thought it was. I haven't thrown the Force like committed in a long time. Undertaker, so freaking good. Like you just put on a baby hyzer, pops up, bombs. Very, very controlled. What else was I throwing really good? The Raptors and the Cap Raptors I was throwing very consistent. The Buzzes I was throwing very consistent. And then what was I throwing? I guess the zone was pretty decent. I put in a couple different zones I've never thrown. So anyways, Discraft, good. Makes me rethink my entire bag once again. Speaking of old Discraft, Corey was nice and kind enough to pick up some Discraft and send it to me in the mail. So I've got these guys I'm going to try out. I'm very excited about. I got the Pulse. I've got an Avenger in Z Plastic. I got an Archer. I got a Buzz, the Pro D version, I think. I've got an old ESP Avenger, and then I've got the Wildcat, the Wildcat. So super excited to throw those. I've had those for like 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's just, as Corey says, so freaking cold. You just can't go out and throw anything right now.
That pink ESP Avenger, I almost didn't send you.
This. All right, look at this.
It's brand new.
Like, it's got some nice little like give to it, and like I can push my thumb into it. Like, oh my, this thing is gonna rip. I already know it.
That's OG ESP.
This is probably gonna be like a PD. It's gonna just hit the freaking line flat and just go forever, and then just finish off at the very end. I'm hyped. Anyways, that's my 2 minutes. Not in 1 minute, 2 minutes. Sorry.
No worries. I am similar to everyone else, but for worse reasons. I have not played since our challenge, basically. I destroyed my back last week, and yeah, it's not been good. But we're on the way back, and in that meantime, I have managed to also, bro. The USPS in Atlanta needs to figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say. They're slacking. I got some new things. This is the new Infinite Sultan. This is a prototype version. 13 12-speed driver with a big nose beat on it. Excited to see how that flies. Also, similar to Corey, got the weapon to go try out.
Not just similar, but identical.
The exact same one. This plastic feels incredible, by the way.
Does it feel good in the hand now?
Feels great. Turns out Simpin will get you somewhere in life because I got a new flip to try. This is the new Gateway produced flip. It does not have my stamp on it that Hooligan, I believe, does have in their possession right now. But we're working on that. And then I also got a tech disc. And I can now see exactly how bad I am at all times. So a lot of things to throw, but I haven't thrown them yet. So next week, hopefully, I'll have a much more exciting report.
Here's mine. No, go ahead, Tyler. Speak, Tyler. Speak to this podcast.
Are you doing anything for that back?
Yeah. So I went to the chiropractor 2 days ago, and that seemed to help. Even though don't get me started on the chiropractic; it's pseudoscience. But yeah, we're doing something. We're trying. I was debating going to urgent care at the beginning of this week. My girlfriend said that was extra, and to do something else or get a massage. And I was like, yeah, I'll do something else. Figure it out.
She pretty much call you a sissy for even thinking it?
Yeah, pretty much.
She said you're extra. Yeah. Dang.
That's too much. That's too much.
That's
crazy work.
We're on
the like there's two things that are like the worst pains on this earth, and it's mouth pain and back pain. Like the smallest bit of back pain will put you out. Sad.
Yeah, we've been struggling, but we're making our way back. We're on the way.
All right. Cool.
Matt, round us off.
Business as usual. It's been super cold here, which is pretty frustrating. I played 2 rounds, but both of them were in like 20 degrees. And so like just nothing feels good. You can't get a hold of anything. On the tech disc side, I am getting close to like some consistent 50-mile-per-hour throws, which is pretty nice. That'll be, essentially 10 miles an hour up from where I started. So pretty hyped about that, but it has not been warm enough to try it. The one day I left, it was like 25 degrees, and I got to the field, and just like 20-mile-per-hour headwinds started coming. And so I throw into 20-mile-per-hour headwinds. It sucks. They go nowhere. I turn around and throw them back, tailwinds, and everything is the most stable thing I've ever thrown. So 40-degree weather next week. Let's hope it stays, but we'll see. That's my minute.
Yeah, there's some disc that I was trying. What disc were you guys asking about? You're like, the prototype, Katrina Allen's prototype. I have yet to throw that disc and no wins. So I have no idea what that disc actually does because
No one asked about
I know, but no. I know no one. No. Hear me out.
Oh, Corey, you're me.
Hear me out.
bro.
Low-key.
Just
That was
pretend.
low-key just too.
Matt,
oh my goodness.
the reason why that thought put in my head is because Matt was saying in one direction it was super flippy, in the other direction it was really stable. And I'm thinking, I've had that same experience with another disc too. What disc was it? And then Corey,
okay.
you did ask the other day when you said the flight numbers came out, how does that disc fly? And I said,
Yes.
I don't know because I've only thrown it in the wind. So I've only thrown it where it's really stable or it's really understable. So I'm excited to find out what it actually does when it's not windy. So screw you, Corey.
Well, before the podcast, you did bring up and show us that disc, but then
Yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, no one asked
Everybody's
for
asking.
that.
Everybody's asking.
You did though.
I did. It was like a week ago.
On our Discord, which you guys can sign up and can see about that conversation if you want.
Yeah, please come hang out with us.
What a promo. With that, we'll transition into the meat of the episode. We got some picks to make. So I have segmented out the first half
Disc
of the
golf.
season, the majors. I sent a document to these fine gentlemen. Me and Matt filled it out. The other two are just running it live. We'll figure it out. But I will bring that up on screen now. So here's the full doc. You get some spoilers at me and Matt's full picks. But we'll just start out here. Next weekend, we have the Discraft Supreme Flight Open presented by Chess.com, powered by E. McBee. I'm going to go ahead and lead it off. I got Paul winning. I think that I'm high on some players this year. Paul is one of them. I think if he is going to win this year, he has a couple really good chances, and I low-key think Supreme Flight Open is one of them. He's been there all off season. He's been, putting in work on the course. I assume the majority of the practice he is doing is on that course. He will be prepared for this event. I just got a good feeling. So I got Paul McBeth.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it actually chess.com again?
Yes.
No.
What? It is?
Oh, it's presented by
Yes,
Chess.com,
it's presented
isn't it?
by Chess.com.
Yeah.
The
So it's
Supreme
still
Flight
gonna
is
be
the
a-
title sponsor, but Chess.com is like a presenting sponsor.
Oh.
So weird.
Yeah, that is very weird.
So Taylor, you have Paul.
I got Paul.
I've got AB. I have another sleeper pick, but I'm going to let Tyler. Who do you have for this event?
I'm really boring. I got to go Gannon. Gannon's been playing well. He's a year under Discraft. He's got his putters. And he's just going to win. That's it.
Gannon's got a year under Discraft. That's interesting.
He's
I didn't
moving
know
everywhere. He's moving everywhere.
Wow, there's a lot of
It's
off-season
fluid.
movement. I didn't.
This crash
see
really
going
got them
on.
all, man.
Holy.
Listen, for you to be good, you have to work all off season with someone else's disc. Okay?
Oh,
That's what he
okay.
did. That's what he did.
Sleeper
No.
cell.
Discmania. Misspoke.
Corey, what do you think here?
I'm gonna go Goose. I think he
Holder?
did really good
Love
last
that.
year, and he just recently, once again, figured out his putt. He's doing more of like a
He's working on it.
spinny little like chest putt. So
Yeah, it's interesting. Here's the other sleeper I'll throw out. I'll throw Calvin out there because he's been practicing this course for like 3 weeks, and there's a couple shots that changed.
buckets.
Joey Bucket? What's?
Yeah, he almost won last year.
Oh, right.
Yep.
That's just your another. Okay, I was confused on where you're going with that, but
That was the sleeper. That I was
okay. Hey, I respect that, but yeah, Calvin has been down there practicing in the general area and playing that course for like 3 weeks, and there's a couple specific shots that are like really low. They've changed this here where they're really low flexy shots, and it's just so obvious.
Oh, I know who's gonna win. Climo.
Oh my days! Everyone should know that.
That's it. He has to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, obviously, next week's pod we'll get into a much more deep dive on our Supreme Flight Open and all its goings-ons. But I will move us forward to Waco. I have picked kind of as a troll, but I kind of believe it Luke Humphreys to win. Obviously,
He's gotta
was
do it
very
eventually.
Close last year. He's been very close a number of times. And Waco, maybe less so with the addition of the other course, but I feel like Waco is one of those tournaments kind of similar to Idlewild that always has some random winners that just win that one tournament and never show up again. So yeah, I just hope that's Luke Humphreys this year. And then I will not be making a bet on my points again for Luke Humphreys, but I'd like to see him take that one down.
Go ahead, Matt. Say yours.
I'm gonna say it. Niklas is my pick for this. I think the course is short enough. Obviously, the golf course is a little bit longer, but the other course is decently short. Someone like Niklas, it kind of puts him in a level playing field with really big arms for that course, and then just make it up on the golf course, whatever way you can.
I really want to go with a Robinson, but I don't know which one. So I'm just going to go with the world champion one, and I'm going to go Isaac Robinson. I think he's going to get first win out of the way. I think he always struggles in the regular season, but because he switched new companies, I think he's been playing a lot more, getting more prepared, and I think he actually gets a win here pretty early.
By the way, Matt, you're getting called out for saying Calvin is a sleeper. pick
Yeah.
For,
Am
Supreme
I
Flight
crazy?
Open.
Why did I think Calvin played badly the second half of the year?
Oh, no.
Am I just dumb and wrong?
Nah, he wasn't that great though.
But he's number 3 in the world ranking.
I think he just wasn't top 3 at every tournament again, so everybody was just like down year for Calvin.
Yeah, maybe that's the case.
It was a down year for him.
It was a down year.
Oh yeah, I
In my
remember now
opinion.
we had a very a heated discussion
AB.
about this on the podcast.
Yes, we did.
I don't even remember this discussion. I'm
Corey and
sorry.
Tyler went at it on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Yep.
Listen, we're living for the future, so that's in the past. New season, fresh start.
Corey, who
Corey, who
you
you like?
I'm gonna go Ezra Robinson.
Yeah, I
don't
wanted
mind that
to.
pick at all. Yeah.
I wanted to.
I like that. Moving on down.
He
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
actually. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you're good.
I was trying to get this in there since we brought up Ezra. I watched his in the bag, and he literally says he has 0 forehand, which worries me.
No, he does have one. He just doesn't.
He might just be
use
lying
it.
a little bit. What unrelated? The most chaotic in the bag you've ever seen in your life.
I haven't
Bro
watched it
bounced
yet.
around from a force to now he's talking about fairway drivers to oh wait, I forgot a mid range at the end of this thing.
Which I kind of was very enjoyable to watch that way. I think.
It was yeah.
Kept you on your toes a little bit.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. Anyways, proceed.
No, I was just say, moving on to Open at Austin. I will not lie to you guys. This is one of the tournaments that just blends into the season for me. Like, I really don't remember a lot about the course other than like the cowboy hat is what I really remember, and like Nicholas acing and then is angry because he got called on like a time violation before. All that being said, again, high on a couple players. I think this is a bounce back year for Kevin Jones. I think Kevin Jones needed to be kicked off of Prodigy so he would try at disc golf again. And I think that is what is occurring. And I want to wholeheartedly believe that he will come back this year. If nothing other than I just love Kevin Jones. But yeah, we'll see. Just throwing some rocks down there. I feel like, again, this is a tournament that could produce a random winner, and Kevin Jones at this point would probably be pretty.
Hate to do this right now, but I want to ask it: is this a make or break year for Kevin Jones?
In my opinion, yes. Because I
think
feel
so,
like
too.
he has got this extended offer from Innova of like, hey, Prodigy's going to cut you. We're going to like handle this transaction of you to Innova. And it was like, all right, we're going to keep you for a full season now. We can't just get rid of you. But if he does not play well this year, there is no doubt in my mind that he is not getting re-signed to Innova.
And playing well means he needs to be a top 10 player.
I'm going to say top 25.
Okay, I'll say top 10. I think he has to be legit top
He
10.
won't get a big contract if he's not top 10, but I think he will stay on Innova. If he's below the top 25, I think they're just not going to sign him again, period.
What was his Prodigy driver that he like?
Reverb.
Reverb.
Yeah, didn't
But-
he like just stop being good once he got that?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, what
At
was
least-
really weird is he was throwing like flippy D2s, D1s, and then he went to a reverb, which is on the flight numbers overstable.
Yeah.
So very strange. So I don't know.
Well, now he's got the Max, and then also
He likes that overstable. guy, I
I'm
guess. I
assuming
don't
a
know.
bunch of destroyers.
Yeah, I would assume a bunch of destroyers.
Yeah. Yep. Matt.
My pick for this event is it's going to be. I don't know why I have this pick. It's going to be
Yes,
Ricky,
you do.
the Open at Austin.
Ricky in Texas, man.
Ricky in Texas. That's not the event he would be best at in Texas, but we'll give him that Ricky Texas love here. I think he's playing well. He's excited, and he was one of the best players last year. So he's going to get a win, and I would have to guess it's going to be pretty early. I mean, he technically already got a win, but obviously just not on the Pro Tour.
Right.
I'm going with Slick Rick too. I think he heats up this year. I'm gonna give a little bit of a spoiler alert. I think he pops off this year. I'm feeling it.
All right.
He feels. I don't know what it is. About, or how do I say this? I feel like Ricky being with Discraft gives him like a load of confidence that somebody is backing him, and I think that takes a lot of mental stress off of him. And I think that just pushes him in the direction of just being able to pop off and play disc golf. So I think being with Discraft really helps in that. So I got a good feeling about Rick this year.
I'm going Nicholas.
Back to back.
Nicholas, put that cowboy hat back on him, dude.
Just add to the collection.
Yeah.
Two-timer.
Any other analysis there, Corey? Or you got Nicholas?
I think he's addicted to being just the most American.
He's
He's just
That's
like,
what he wants more than anything.
He loves
actually.
it. He had some barbecue. He tasted the cowboy hat.
Like, this is my
He wants it
personality now.
again. Yeah.
All right, Music City Open. I want to love this event because it's in Nashville, but the courses has just never been good ever. I believe it's a new course again this year,
And it's in April.
if I'm not mistaken.
You got against April, man.
That's my birthday month.
It's like
Tough.
wet.
Yeah, yeah, not ideal.
It's like
for
very
that,
wet.
but, you know, at least it's probably better than maybe August or something. Actually, there's not a lot of great places in August. All that to say,
Yeah.
Speaking of people that are addicted to winning certain events, I got Simon Lizotte for no other reason than he can win a guitar, and if Simon can win a guitar, he's going to win a guitar because he loves it.
I also have Simon Lizotte for the exact same reason. He has very specifically said recently in one of his videos, he's like, yeah, I kind of want to win that guitar again. So he has a goal here. That's it.
I'm gonna go with Ezra Robinson here.
Ooh.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, he's got to get a win, and I think he excels on the shorter courses. Not saying he can't throw far at all, but if he doesn't get it done at Waco, he's going to get it done at Music City. That's my guess.
I like that.
I'm going Chris Dickerson. I think this is where he
Shocker.
warms
Oh my
up.
goodness.
This is where he warms up, and then he's going to win something else later on.
Oh wow! Oh wow! A little appetizer for the entree coming up for Corey.
How many he won? I can't remember exactly how many before this was Music City. Open. It
52
was
in a row.
Tennessee States, like he won so many. It was disgusting.
52.
Kansas City Wide Open is our first pro tour of the year that has been graduated from the Q Series. So I honestly am not positive what course is being played at. I remember watching a prior Kansas City Wide Open a couple years ago, and I remember specifically that it required a lot of low ceiling power and like pretty far par fours that were all low ceiling. And the first thing I think about when I think of that is Calvin. Calvin does that better than pretty much anyone on the planet playing disc golf. So that was what came to my mind for him. Obviously, it kind of hinges on the putter for Calvin, as we've seen, but I had a good feeling about him. This one.
I've got Calvin too for the exact same reason. Who knows if it's the same course? Taylor and I could turn around and it's not the same course, but I remember everything being low ceiling, and when I see low ceiling, I see Calvin Heimberg.
Yeah, I didn't know that you guys were going to take both Calvin. I guess I kind of knew, but mentally I wanted to take Calvin as well. So put Calvin on the books. He's got to get a win eventually too. He usually heats up going into May. So this is it.
Corey, who do you think?
Star frame it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to go Simon.
Love that.
I don't know why. I also don't think that it's the same course that you guys are thinking of.
It may not be.
There's
Well, can you see Drew Gibson being a low ceiling ripper?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's got so much power.
I mean, he can force. I don't think that's necessarily his preferred, but I think he can force it.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost
I'm
won the
pretty
Pro Tour
sure-
Championship a couple years ago. I feel like that's like a
Pretty
Low
driven.
ceiling.
Pretty sure this is
penetrating
the
shot.
course that I'm pretty sure this is the course that I saw Drew play on and win.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure it's the same course. But
Okay. Well, then I'll stick with Simon.
All right.
There you go. All right, and now we've got our first major of the year. We've got Champions Cup out at the OTB Open in Stockton. A player, again, another player that I'm high on for a rebound year is Eagle. I think he has all the tools to do very well at this course. Big, open, rollers, distance. All of those are kind of Eagle things, and I would love to see Eagle win another major this year. I think Eagle specifically strikes me as someone that needs to learn his bag more so than other players. I don't know why that is. Maybe just his kind of strange personality, but I'm going to say that as another piece of my puzzle for why I'm picking Eagle. But I just have a good feeling about Eagle at OTB.
If you watch his 40-minute in the bag, you might agree with that statement.
Dude, he needs to figure it out.
Just so many. Yeah. I'm going to take Gannon here. I mean, he was the best player period last year. He's got the distance, certainly. I love the little like half flex shots that always pan to flat. They're really good for placement. And it's kind of what I think of Gannon for. So, anytime we're going to be looking at touchy situations, I feel like he's our guy on more open courses. That is.
I just realized we have such like a diverse picking right now, and it's just going to be Gannon.
Yeah,
Gannon.
probably so.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is like we could take Gannon a lot more, but like I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, Gannon's probably the smart pick here, but I actually
This isn't
will
for
go.
points, so now I can have more fun with it.
Yeah. I don't know. It always feels like that first major, you get like the guy that no one expects. So it's like,
Yep.
it's an open course. So do we really get somebody that nobody expects, or you know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna put down Ezra Aderhold.
Oh,
I had Ezra Aderhold and I swapped off for Gannon.
Just for fun.
You can see it down here.
I hope that
The
happens.
remnant of-
That would be awesome.
My heart wants to say Ricky,
that's
honestly, but I'm gonna go with Ezra for fun.
I'm also going to go kind of wild. I'm going to go with Gavin Rathbun.
I
Played well last year.
love that.
I don't know. There's something about that course. I can picture him just like kind of tearing it up. So
Whoever throws really good rollers apparently does pretty well there.
Yeah.
So
Moving
could
into...
you imagine if Garrett Gerthy won?
he plays well there.
He's sick. Moving to Cascade Challenge, this is another event that's kind of graduated from the Q series. Again, my knowledge is lacking on this event. So this is another one that I think a random winner could pop up at. So I picked Ezra Robinson. I think similar to most of the pod's feelings, I do believe he's going to get a win this year. So this one felt like a likely suspect for Ezra to get that dub at.
I had the exact same logic. Taylor and I's like last three have been the exact same pretty much. I don't have a huge opinion on this course. In my head, it's a big arm course. If it's the same course I'm thinking of, like there's a potential there, but then Niklas won it last year. So Ezra's good. I'll take
He's
Ezra.
not a big arm?
I would consider Niklas on the lower end of the big arms on tour compared to like AB. If I'm saying AB and Gannon are big arm.
Is this the one that he aced with that forehand, or is that a different course?
Nicholas?
I don't remember.
That
Yeah.
was
That was
open
open
at
at
Austin.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to go ahead and do it again. I'm going to have to pick Gannon. It's a course that is new on tour, or, newer onto the pro tour. And when that happens, Gannon usually wins. So I'm picking
Is it a
Gannon.
newer course, or is it just not?
Not a newer course. It's just like officially on tour now.
Yeah,
It's just
Oh,
like
okay.
an elite. elite
Kevin in the
series.
chat mentioned Super Woodsy, not a big arm course at all. So
Well, I just thought there was a couple like really big par threes through the golf course that you could really flex something out but you had to get all the way down there to get it. Or really far upwards shots.
The
that-
Cascade Challenge was a golf course? I thought it
not
was
a,
like
it's not on a golf course, but it's like around a. Because if I'm maybe
Is this the big redwoods?
I feel like this
yeah,
is
that's
not,
what I believe.
No,
That's what
I think this
it
is the one that looked like it was like a makeshift course in the woods, is what it felt like.
I don't remember.
I don't think
I thought it was
watched
the big. I thought
I'm in agreement with Corey. I think
Isn't
where they got golf
Glendoveer-
carts.
No, that's Northwest Disc Golf Championship.
Oh,
I don't know. Then. Who
Rebranded.
knows what I'm thinking? I'm then I'm flip flopping the courses. I still am a believer in Ezra, so we'll take it. He's got to get one somewhere.
We believe.
I'm going Gannon as well.
Yep.
For some reason, the word Cascade.
Mm.
Yeah. Now I know what course this is. This is not at all the course I thought it was.
We love that.
I was gonna say I don't think it was either. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was trying to like work through it with you.
I still am a believer in Ezra, so we'll rework with it.
All right, next up, the Kona Panis Open.
We're gonna skip this one because we obviously don't know if anyone is or like who will be playing the earlier European events. But I'm so happy that they're putting the Kona Beach Day on the Pro Tour. It is one of my. I don't know if anyone else relates to this. I have a few like disc golf coverage rounds where like if I don't know what I want to watch or I just want to have like background noise on, I'll like put on specific rounds that are just really like nice and scenic. And Kona Beach Day Open is one of those go-tos for me. That course is insane.
We have an office for my work in Prague. Wonder if I could be like, hey,
send me over there.
yeah, let me go check in on them.
Next up, we've got a kind of reformatted event. So this is the second DGPT Plus event. I missed the Open at Austin, but the Northwest Disc Golf Championship. This is going to be at Milo, MacGyver, as well as Glendoveer. This is a preview for not next year's Worlds, but 2027 is where this will be taking place. I similarly, my simple brain, I see Milo and I pick Eagle. Eagle absolutely loves that course and always seems to do well at it. So I am gonna go ahead and say he wins there. Obviously, I don't think he'll perform poorly at Glendoveer. That's another pretty open golf course style. Rollers play well there. Eagle's pretty good at those. But mainly just for the synergy of Eagle and Milo, I put Eagle down.
Who wants next? Go for it, Tyler.
You, Matt, keep the order, man. What are you doing?
All right. I had the exact same logic as Taylor. I saw Milo. I said Eagle. Like every year, everyone's like, "Yeah, this course really is like they're not doing as much work as they need to." Yada yada yada. And Eagle's like, "It's the best time ever. I love it. I love it so much." And I'm like, "You have the most unpopular opinion on this course of any of the pros." But yeah, I see Milo. I say Eagle. So, Eagle is my pick.
I'm gonna stick with. So Calvin gets 2 wins a year, and I'm just gonna book it in for Calvin.
That's fair.
So.
Honestly, that's fair.
So I got Calvin for the Wide Open, and I've got Calvin for the Northeast.
I'm gonna go Ezra Aderhold on this one. Why? No clue.
I love that.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not us?
All right.
There's
and
no
then-
words in that.
We're giving
that
really good
title that
analysis tonight about why we're
About
choosing
our
these
picks.
players.
Well, there's no words in that title that he would be able to mess up.
Mm.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
There it is. Next up, we've got the Preserve
Northwest
Championship. This is a course that's been on tour for a while now. I feel like this is one of the veterans on tour. Similar to what Corey mentioned, I feel like Aaron Gossage is going to figure it out at some point this year. I mean, the more I think about it, it's kind of wild that he hasn't yet. I mean, this is if Paul didn't go X Games mode at Emporia Worlds, Aaron Gossage just wins and he's a world champion. Like
Also at Portland, if Adam Hammes doesn't make that 35 footer on 18, he
Yeah.
wins that too.
there's a couple. What
The
was it?
upshot was bad there too for him.
Was it OTB that he almost won? What was the random one that Emerson won because Aaron Gossage just could not make
OTB.
a putt for like the last 7 holes? Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's been obviously he has the talent to win. It's a mental thing
Yeah.
in putting. So I think he's going to figure it out. And I think Aaron Gossage is one of those guys that just kind of throws sneaky far both sides. So I feel like Preserve is a good like open, less punishing. I think a good opportunity for him to figure it out.
2-finger popping, baby.
Yep.
I'm going to take Ricky here. Obviously, Ricky played pretty well out here last year.
Pretty well, he won.
By pretty well, yeah, I know. By pretty well, he won. But it's all cluster at the top. This course is like known for being pretty dang easy. It's a birdie fest unless the wind is up. And I like Ricky's consistency for that birdie fest type beat. So I'm taking Ricky.
I'm taking Ricky as well, and for one reason only. He wins there every single time. So
Can't argue with it.
that's it.
I'm gonna say Chris Dickerson. I think he's
Honestly-
got a good placement shot skill,
Yep.
and the preserve is pretty placement shot.
I feel like I and several other people are sleeping a little bit on Chris.
He
Coming back
wasn't
from
he
the
injured
hip-
last year?
Yeah, he had the
Yeah, you
hip
just
thing
don't know
last
about
year.
his condition.
Yeah, but that's not like his condition's fixed. That's like this is for the rest of his life thing. He found out he had bone spurs in his hip.
It wasn't like some sort of something no
yeah,
bueno.
he's in trouble for life off those ones.
That's why
I mean,
he's
they can
gotta
shave him
win
down,
now.
but that is why he's got to win now. Yeah, they can shave those down, but they just like reappear based on.
We're picking majors too, right?
Yeah, so quickly,
We are.
we're
Yeah.
also going to go ahead and get major picks in.
Oh,
Mostly this is to
yeah.
reference throughout the year and laugh at ourselves. But we've
Mhm.
already picked Champions Cup, so we can go ahead and book that in. I've got Eagle. There are some. Corey's got Gavin Rathbun. Tyler's got Ezra Aderhold, and Matt has Gannon. For the European Disc Golf Festival, this is going to be our second major, our first of two back-to-back majors in Europe. I got Paul. Paul played really well here last year, and outside of Ricky playing one of the best rounds of his career, was one stroke away essentially. I think it's not that long of a course, and I want to say, not necessarily because he is getting older, but the reason I kind of strategically picked my Paul's wins beginning of the year, the tour hasn't worn on him as much, and he always seems kind of revitalized in Europe. Paul plays really well over there in general, so I got him down for that. Get him another major.
Matt,
I've got Ricky doing this. I mean, obviously went crazy last year, but I liked his practice round. I liked his logic on this course. It might go through a full redesign and nothing matters, but for all we know, but based on the information I have now, I like Ricky here.
I would love to just take Ricky, make it nice and easy and simple, but or even Gannon, honestly. Gannon's probably gonna win, right? But for the intents and purposes of not just taking the same people over and over again, I'm gonna take a local ish. I'm taking Vino just for the
Love
fun
it.
of it.
I love that.
Vino's got a year with Innova. He likes to pop up at random events. He finished in the top 5 last year. Who knows? Maybe Vino strikes lightning. That would be incredible. I actually legit might get a little emotional if Vino won this event. That'd be awesome.
I've never heard the term Vino strikes lightning, but we let it cook.
What's wrong with that?
I've never heard that in my life.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
It's just I think lightning strikes Vino, but they do it different over there, so we'll let it sit.
I don't even know if he's playing in this, but Kale LaVisca.
What the?
How do you even spell
What
Kale's
the
last name? I'm
frick?
gonna just put KLL then.
It's L.
L. That's all you need.
Yep.
Now we got to start the fund if he's not get Kale to Europe. He can win this event. All right, next major will be right after that one is Worlds at the previous European Open courses. So we got the Beast and the Monster. I'm going to pick Ricky here. This is one of my more chalk picks. Obviously was very close last year. Just kind of slimly beat out by Gannon. I think that got under his skin a little bit. I think he's going to be fired up for this one. So yeah, got Rick first major in what will it be, like 8 years, I think. So that would be fun.
Yep.
So I'm taking
Time
Paul here.
Raptors.
I'm taking Paul here, mainly because Paul's been doing a lot of videos, stuff in the off season. He's starting to click, even in these random videos. And if he's going to click somewhere, which I think he's due to click somewhere, I feel inclined to say it's going to be a Worlds. So that's kind of my reasoning there. Don't actually think crazy specific on those courses or something like that, but I think if Paul's going to click somewhere, it's going to be a Worlds. So I'll take it there.
Yeah.
I love how we're still clinging the hope that Paul's going to do something.
So I got
I
to,
love
man.
it.
I got
I love
to.
it, man. I love
Gotta
it.
believe.
Listen, deep down inside, I could see Ricky winning this, but I'm going to make a little bit of a speech for like 30 seconds, maybe last 30 seconds. Okay. The guy I think that wins Worlds this year is an individual that I absolutely dogged last year. Okay. Mainly because I am so sad he just can't get it done when it's the spotlight, the big time.
We have the
So,
same answer.
I am manifesting this right now. So when he does win, I'm gonna let the world know. Last year I dogged him, but I'm manifesting it for him this year. And I'm going with Calvin Heimberg.
Yes.
Yep,
Let's
put
go.
me down. Put me down for Vinny too.
The comeback he had at these courses last year was insane. After the first round, he was in like what 60th place, I think.
And listen, by the wildest chance Calvin hears this, Calvin, if you need someone on the bag, I'm here for you. I'll fly out. I'll do it all for you, buddy. I will do it. We will
That
do
was so
this
sick.
together. Okay? We can do it.
All right, last up for the majors. Then I also threw in the Pro Tour Championship just for fun. But for US DGC, I got Nicholas. I think similarly to some folks here, I think Nicholas is going to get a win this year. He's been super close to SDGC before. I think it's a course that doesn't require a ton of distance, a lot of consistency, which Nicholas does very well. And he plays well at majors. Nicholas always seems to pop up at Worlds, US DGCs, the big ones. He really seems to try to take advantage of. So I got him.
Matt?
As far as I'm taking Gannon here. It's Gannon.
That's the analysis.
Yep, it's Gannon. I honestly don't think I've given him enough on this list. But I'll give it to him here. It's USDGC. I'll give it to Gannon.
Listen, let me just take 30 seconds here, okay? Maybe it
Oh my
doesn't even take
goodness.
30 seconds, okay?
Please tell me
Listen.
this is the same as mine.
Listen, I dogged this guy all last season,
It's not.
okay?
It's not.
He never plays well when it's time for the big one. And I think when he wins Worlds, it's going to open the floodgates, and Calvin Heimberg is
Okay.
going to win USDGC. He's going to be, if not one of, I don't know if anyone else has done it, but he's winning Worlds and USDGC in the same year. He's getting it done.
Paul had the Grand Slam year. I don't know if anybody else.
Corey?
Is your 30 seconds up?
I said it may not even take 30 seconds. So
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Anthony Barella. I feel like he's very composed at USDGC, and as long as he doesn't make any like weird mistakes that throws him off, he's gold.
Sneaker Silas Schultz has improved his placement every year he's played USDGC since he started, all the way from like 60th. So
Here we go.
I think he popped to 12th.
Keep grinding.
Last year?
So in about 20 years,
Yes,
he's gonna win.
keep on, keep on, keep
This
it
year or
on,
next.
brother.
It's not an easy, 12th from like 25th to 12th. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Jump or whatever. But
11th or better this year, Silas. We're watching.
yeah.
All right, for fun, I threw the Pro Tour Championship down here. Obviously, it'll be at Ivy Hill and maybe New London, depending on the construction of that course. Not much analysis on this one for me. I picked Simon because I thought it was fun. I think Simon likes to win money, and that's a fun pick for me. So I'm throwing Simon.
I take Gannon here. It's Gannon. If we know it is going to be at Ivy, I think that's a good course for Gannon. And I don't think he has any issue tearing up New London. As we've seen, pretty much all the pros can tear that course up. So
listen, let me just take 30 seconds. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing Calvin again. But I am going to give a little speech, maybe. Okay. The fact that none of us considered this individual to win Worlds again is fraudulent. Okay. The fact that only one person, I think, maybe two, has picked this guy to win all season. And this guy has been there and almost won a Pro Tour championship before. And I think Isaac Robinson is going to get it done.
If Isaac
That's
wins
a good
Worlds
pick.
3 years in a row, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. That's wild.
He'll do something crazy. He'll putt with Toombs for a year. And
Yeah,
and
but
it won't be
Not
his
again.
first
World's
time.
being
Not
at
again.
Beast. I don't know. That's different.
Wait,
Well,
are-
he joined
are you-
Latitude for a reason.
It's
Are
true.
you saying that he does Worlds this year as a win, or you're saying he does Pro Tours a year or as a
Pro
win?
Tour, the Pro Tour.
Well,
That's what we're
no,
talking
he's
about.
saying Pro Tour, but Taylor said if he
Yeah.
does Worlds 3 years in a row.
Oh, right.
But
Sorry.
Worlds is so different this year that I don't know.
Not even playing disc
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Ricky for Pro Tour Championship.
Yeah, I think that's a.
For
Valid.
some reason, I always think like Ricky and Pro Tour Championship is synonymous, even
Yeah.
though
I
I'm
have the
pretty
same
sure he
thought.
only won it like once in the past.
I have no
twice.
idea why I have that
Government-
thought, but
Did he win it twice?
Yeah, he's won it twice, I think.
I just remember the Nevin one.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps up our picks for the first half of the year. Like I said, we are definitely going to come back to these and make fun of ourselves. Probably me the most because I made some pretty horrendous picks in here, but it was for the vine. I'm going to switch us over back to the main screen. And next up, we've got Matt with our quarterly challenge. Update.
all right, man. All right. Okay, so if you don't know and you're not in our Discord, we do a weekly challenge every week. And this year we are incorporating it into a tags league. So
Get in
luckily,
there,
Get in
okay?
there.
get in there.
Join the Discord.
But every week we pick a challenge, you do the challenge, and then we'll use your UDisc rating plus a handicap system that our boy Mac made for us to essentially give you a tag. And you'll throw your tag in your Discord username. We did our first week of it last week, but we have such a weird last couple weeks that we're getting consistent now. So last week was, or last however many weeks, who knows, was anything that had a -2 or more flip, you were allowed to throw. And we all went out. And I will say, one of the poorer challenges done by the collective group.
Wasn't great.
Nobody,
You're welcome.
nobody played well.
You're
Not
welcome.
great.
Nobody played well.
It was a hard one.
It wasn't
Yeah.
hard.
I don't really know why. I don't think it was that hard, but it just played hard for everyone apparently.
I plan on
Corey-
doing this one again, like when it's
Yes.
not winter, because
I
I,
don't think it's
guarantee you
hard.
it's not
Yeah.
hard.
I don't think it's hard when you go in the woods, but in that case, it's winter, and then when you did play and it was outdoors, it was cold and there was a bunch of wind, at least for me. So anytime I was outside of the woods, I was cooked. So everyone submitted. We have 6 people in tags right now. Some other people need to get in there. Scott needs to submit something, or we're gonna have a problem here soon.
Get 'em.
But
Get 'em.
I have 2 stats, and I only picked the best stats because we already feel bad enough about that. Who do we think had the best C1X putting? Give me a number, or give me a person.
I'm going to say me because I had a C2 putt at every hole that I missed and then made a C1 putt.
Oh man.
Tyler said himself. Corey, who are you taking?
Mac.
Solid choice.
It's a solid choice. Unfortunately, it
Is Ursa DG with a
perfect 100% putting in
Let's go.
C1X apparently. Now we know
101.
why.
Hey, I would say most of them were like tap-ins, and there was probably one actual C1X putt in there, and the rest were from C2 that I missed and then made it.
I'll go our second here.
who had the best greens in regulation for C1
In the challenge.
Oh, probably Mac.
Who else we thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna also say Mac. I don't believe this one was me.
Maybe Mike.
Okay, I think Mike technically had the second best. Mac had the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was at 50% on the dot there. So
Clap it up for Mac.
Mike
go with
Mike playing that Mickey Mouse course, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, for real. I
Just
don't.
kidding. Just kidding.
I did not throw any other numbers in there because a lot of them were depressing.
Yes.
So we're gonna let it slide. For our updated tags, if you are in the Discord, you can change your name now. At number 1, it's going to be Mac with a handicapped UDisc score of 241. We have Mike in second at 234. We have Taylor in third at 204. Corey in fourth
at
Oh, no.
199. Tyler in 5th at 191.
Flew too
dropping.
close to
And,
the sun.
and Matthew in 6th and then that was it. So you can go ahead and change that.
Wrap it up.
Listen, hold on real quick. For those of you who are
Wait, am I
listening,
4th again?
Yes, Corey.
Yeah.
Oh, my
those of
plan is
you-
I'm staying middle of the road the entire year.
after you said, "Oh, the flippiness should be easy," it's not even that hard. Well,
Yeah, Matt.
Are you gonna
say- are you gonna
get
stay
a
in
quick
fourth?
worst stat of the week.
Wait, who is saying that?
I do worse stats typically, but it
There
was
were so
depressing.
many.
We could say there's parked % 0 for 3/4 of the team. or
the
group.
worst stat should be like who got like a double bogey, who got the most double bogeys or worse.
Maybe so. We'll have to consider that. It was bad. But yeah, there was a lot of bad ones. We could have picked pretty much any of these.
For any of our audio listeners, Matt is rocking an amazing haircut right now. So I
Facts.
just want to let you know, Matt.
Thanks. The glaze session is insane.
Thanks.
Okay, so next week's weekly challenge. Here's what we're doing: pick 3 discs plus a putting putter. We don't care what the discs are, but one must be overstable, one must be neutral, and one must be understable. And we are going to allow you. We're not going to get specific to numbers here. Be honest to the challenge. Choose a flippy disc. Choose a straight disc. Choose an overstable disc. So you can do this if you want to do flippy distance driver, straight fairway driver, and overstable putter. That's probably what I'm going to do. So, but something like that plus your putting putter. You're doing 18 holes of disc golf, all UDisc stats, and then you're posting them in our Discord in the section for this. But everyone can go ahead and update their tags. Big W. We're going to continue to update this system, but you have to join our Discord.
Can I take
That's my
a second
section.
to defend myself? Because
Absolutely.
so for some reason, Mac and I, even though we didn't play this round together for this challenge, for some reason I just cannot do good during these challenges. Let me clarify. This time we get to the course and walking up to hole 1, we are falling because there is ice completely covering underneath all of the snow. And we thought maybe it was just like the parking lot. And it was just like, because the parking lot's also slightly downhill from hole 1, that maybe it just ran off and stuck there. No, we get to hole 1. We're playing the shorts because the course is pretty technical from the shorts. From hole 1 longs to the shorts is like maybe half the height of toboggan hole 1. So it's like a big hill. And it's all gravel. I take a couple steps and then I completely slide from the top of the hill backwards to the next tee pad.
Completely slidey.
It was crazy. Then we make our throws. We walk up there. We realize the entire fairway is covered in ice, and then go on to the entire course is covered in ice. We had to like trudge through the rough and the trees just to get through this course. So that's why I want to do this same challenge in like the summer, because I don't think the understableness did anything.
Was the issue? Yes.
No, it was the fact that I couldn't even run up half the time to like throw. So
Yeah, I also had 50 mile
go ahead,
an hour
Taylor.
winds, 30 mile an hour gusts with my Kontiki out there. We were having a great time.
It seems like we're going through that wind.
Yeah.
It was tough.
I think it's just the time of year. I'll reference this here because Mike asked. If you're throwing your normal stock shot or flat shot, whatever, we'll say stock. We'll use Mac's thing. Understand that almost every driver will have a little fade. There is no way around that. But if it is a lot of fade, you're the one to decide. So I'll throw my pipeline, and my pipeline will have a tiny bit of finish. That would qualify as a straight for me. But that's the last thing I'll say on that.
You are open to being cooked in the Discord if you are all.
wait, what are
Yeah,
we
if
talking about?
Yes.
Are we talking about neutral?
Yes.
Yeah. If you're like, oh, I threw my flippy force.
So like Destroyer
Yeah.
or DD3, like DD3 is definitely neutral in my opinion. Like, does it fade out at the end?
DD3, the one that faded into the water.
Look at that chair, that ratty chair.
I know. Hey, Grandpa, get another chair.
Bro, do you need me to send you a chair, Tyler? How long?
What's wrong with my chair?
Oh, we could all have the same chair.
What's wrong with this chair?
I mean, she's
He's just well loved.
she's.
What's wrong with the chair?
Yeah, that's a great. Let's move on, Taylor. Let's move on, Taylor. What's next?
All right. We got a game cooked up to wrap us
la la.
up. As
Ooh la
always,
la.
we got a little bit of game. I'll go ahead and share my screen to the YouTube. You guys can pull that up if you want to as well. So I have pulled up basically the first tournament of every year. And what we are going to do, you guys are going to work together to try to rank these tournaments, the round one front nine by viewership. So whichever of these rounds got the most views, I was looking at it. I'm hyped for the new season. Obviously, I'm trying to watch all the coverage and things on YouTube. So we're going to gauge, each year, what did that look like? So we've got the first Pro Tour of every year. Yeah, we're just trying to rank them. You get 3 attempts, similar to the course ranking game. That was pretty fun. So figured I'd run it back with a little different game here.
Yeah, I love this. All right. So we have 2019 Las Vegas Challenge, 2020 Memorial, 2021 Las Vegas Challenge, 2022 Las Vegas Challenge, 2023 Las Vegas Challenge, and then 2024 chess.com.
So we want to know what was the highest viewership on the front nine.
Highest to lowest. Yeah, round one, front nine.
Highest to lowest, yeah.
Okay, chess.com highest. I'm
Yeah, I
automatically
agree. 100%,
assuming.
100% agree.
But we can't count out 2022, or is it 2021? No, it's
Oh my gosh.
What?
I thought we were trying to guess the viewership.
Oh, no, you're just ranking.
Oh.
I'll
And
tell
I'm like,
you after.
I don't know, 1,500.
Corey's like, I don't know, 12? Who knows? What were you saying, Tyler? You're about to have some invaluable insight.
2020, I'm trying to figure out the COVID, after the COVID boom. Would that be 21 or 22? Because that would be like some hype.
It would
21.
be tight on 21. It would be
What was-
tight on 21, wouldn't it? Or am I crazy?
Which year was Drew and Gannon? Was that
22, 2, I
I
think.
think that was 22.
Because 21 was Gannon's rookie year.
I would
Yeah.
say 22 would be the next one then.
I'm down with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
put 22 as the next one. Am I crazy to say that 2020 Memorial's probably pretty low?
Or no, you're not crazy. I agree. Yes.
I'm saying it might be bottom of the list.
I
So
think
then, do we throw in like 23, 21, and then like 2010 or 20 and then
2010.
Who's involving 2010
hey.
in this thing?
Who's got that coverage?
All right, wait, let's agree. Do we think Memorial is the bottom of this list? Low key.
Yeah.
2020
Yeah.
Memorial.
Yes.
Can
And
we
then
throw
go
that at the bottom of the list, guys?
2019
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
and then
Taylor's.
21 and 23.
Yes. I'm cool with
All
that.
right,
Yeah.
is this
All right, let's do it.
is this locked in?
Yeah.
This is locked in. We're about to
Yeah,
see how
yeah.
vile the
Yeah.
COVID
All right.
was.
All right, let's see here.
Okay.
Am I wrong to say I'm sad that Las Vegas isn't on the list anymore?
It's a fun tournament.
Yeah. The
I
ground
agree.
play is fun.
There you go.
The ground play is very
That's
fun.
it.
That's your list.
So what was the top viewed? It has to be 21 then, or 22.
Or 20,
Wait,
23.
hold on.
22 is already right. 22 is already right. We
Sorry,
don't
I
even
was
need
looking at the wrong.
that. Okay, we just got two of 6 here, right?
So 21 on
That's
top. Do we do 21 on top or 23?
I think 23. I think we have to assume COVID boom stays booming.
Okay. Corey, what do you think about that?
I don't know. I think 21.
You think 21?
Yeah,
I mean,
because there was
you're-
nothing going on. So people were watching. Like,
No, I guess that I could agree with that logic.
I'm okay with that logic too.
I'm fine with that logic.
So
All right, let's put
21
21. Yes, on the top.
I'm gonna go ahead and lock these in real quick.
Then maybe 24 is third.
Yeah, it might be. It might be up there.
24 third. Because people were
Okay.
hyped for the chess.com. Watch chess.com. Oh, wait, it's not the highest. Never mind. And then 23. And then hold on. Then it has to be 19, then 23 is what we would have to do.
Not necessarily.
Wait, but if we did it the other, if we did
Yeah.
it the other way, we already know 2019 isn't
Yeah.
the fourth.
Oh
highest.
yeah.
So we got to do 23, 19. Hey, get it?
Hey, White Sox.
Hey.
What do you
You know
think
that's
about
why it
this?
was like that, right?
I have no problem with this list.
The
I
code.
don't remember. I don't remember. I remember somebody telling me about it because my daughter is obsessed with that movie.
The code is 2319. 23 is the letter W, and 19 is S for White Sock.
Oh wow.
We only got one
Only got
more.
one more on this one. I hate to tell you
Oh
guys.
my gosh. Okay,
Well, no, we
it's a lock. It's a lock.
yeah.
Yeah, we locked
Oh, so
it.
you
Get
got-
it.
Wait,
2023 is.
Hold on.
Wait.
Why did we put 19 back?
Oh, did I do these backwards in my brain? Is this not what you
Taylor
guys
did it
said?
backwards and gave us a W.
Let's
Caleb,
Yeah,
you just
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, so it is 2019, 2022, 2021, 2023, 2024. I can pull in the numbers.
How is 2019 the
So
highest
there's
viewership?
something very specific in 2019 that happened that everyone was very excited to watch the first tournament of the year.
Oh,
Does
was this
anybody
when
remember?
Paul went to
Paul went to
Discraft?
Discraft.
Beth.
Ah.
So
Oh
here's the
my
viewership numbers. It is a pretty
Bamboozled.
significant margin. I think as well going like further in, the better live has gotten. So I think you have less people watching post produced. These were all in Jomez. I was going to make that part of the game, but I also have down for fun. I would love to read you guys the featured cards for these events. So I'm going to have
Let's
you
hear
guys guess 2019. Who do you think the featured card was?
Jeremy
Paul.
Colling. Big Germ.
Paul is one of them.
Ricky.
Ricky is one of them.
Not Big Germ.
Not Big Germ.
Vino.
Calvin.
Not Vino, but Seppo.
Nico?
Calvin.
The other
just
two
throwing names
rounding
out
out the card were Eagle McMahon and Philo Brathwaite.
Holy.
Moving up to the 2020 Memorial. Any guesses here?
Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Drew Gibson.
Yep. Drew was on there.
Ricky.
Ricky was not, surprisingly.
I feel like I've seen this before. That's why I'm trying to rethink it.
Card here for 2020 Memorial was Simon Lizotte, James Conrad, Drew Gibson, and Adam Hammes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, I'll just roll through the rest of them. 2021 LVC, we've got Jeremy Colling, Garrett Gerthy, James Conrad, and Kevin Jones. 2022 LVC, James Conrad, Nate Sexton, Ezra Aderhold, and Jackie Chen. I completely forgot
Yeah,
about Jackie
I
Chen.
remember
but
watching
was
that one.
amazing. 2023, Sexton again, Gannon Burr in 2023, his first appearance, Garrett Gerthy, and Paul Macbeth. And the 2024 chess.com lead card, Paul Macbeth, Calvin Heimberg, Ricky Wysocki, and Chris Clemens.
So who do we think is going to be first round feature card this year?
Ooh, great question.
I would say the winner of last year, Paul
it's gonna-
Macbeth.
Paul
as
Macbeth
well.
did not win.
No, I'm not.
saying
So
the
I'm
winner
just-
of last year slash.
winner of last year, comma, Paul Macbeth.
So
Who else goes on that list?
AB, Paul will probably be the Discraft Pro, like the sponsor pro.
Yeah.
Gannon.
Gannon seems likely. Maybe
Then
Calvin.
someone else.
Yeah, Calvin would be Innova. So
Not like it has to be like a low end kind of medium guy.
Yeah, they do like to sneak in some low players.
Chandler
you
Kramer.
could put buckets back on there.
Yeah, I was gonna
Joey
say
Buckets
that.
would be fun. I would love to see Harry Chase as hyped up as he is after winning the
Dude,
Q
let me-
Series finale.
Let me tell you something about this dude. Okay,
Take
This-
30 seconds.
let me take 30 seconds here. Maybe not even 30 seconds. And let me say something here. Okay, this dude bombs. Okay.
Really?
There's a course where I live that's super, super hilly. Okay. A Brandywine disc golf course, or whatever the case may be. It's like 520 feet. It's this massive downhill shot, but it's this crazy shaping hole. I've seen him put it circle one from the top of this hill to this spot. He is so freaking good. So, yes, Harry Chase, I'm on whatever Taylor's saying about. What did he win?
The Q Series finale. So he won a full tour card from winning that. I would love to see him or Evan Smith. I'd love to see Evan Smith early in the season, see how he's adjusting the new bag. I would like to also take 30 seconds and tell you guys to take 30 seconds and use our affiliate links at Foundation Disc Golf, as well as go buy our merch and subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you love to get your podcasts from, and tell you to join the Discord as well. So that's all for my 30 seconds and pretty much the hour that we have for this podcast. Anybody else got any last minute additions they want to sneak in?
Yeah. Go Birds. We just won a Super Bowl, baby.
There it is. All right. See y'all next week.